What is going on, everyone? It is DC3 Johnson here with another Madden 22 franchise mode video here, guys. So one thing I did want to actually start the video by putting out the brand new feature that they added, the little press conferences here, that I thought was really cool, especially for the PS4 that they added it. So I thought that was something very interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and in this video cover the preseason, basically what's left of it. Should be week 2 and 3, and we will basically handle the cuts, and we'll go ahead and do week 1. So that way, NFL season starting, so we might as well get everything going here. A quick little timeout, a quick little touchdown to start the first quarter. Winston is the starting quarterback here for the Saints here, and he's going to get a touchdown pass there. Now with an opportunity to take the lead, we end up getting the stop there. Kudos to our defense, so it's going to be 10-7. We go fast forward to the next possession for us, and Christian Kirk is going to get a received touchdown credit. There you see, look at him just getting hyped right now. And fast forward now to the second half, so we walk away with the lead. We're going to go ahead and go for the crazy field goal here. Very close, unfortunately, just not enough there. No matter, New Orleans is unable to score on that possession either. We go ahead and go for the crazy pass here to DeAndre Hopkins, and we get down to the 2, and we get our halfback, actually, Mr. James Conner. He is actually going to go ahead and pick up the touchdown. Saints pretty much just never look back from there. And we end up getting the win there, 34-17. We do have a few injuries we are going to have to deal with here. Thompson's going to be out 7 weeks, and we're having basically our pep talk with Byron Murphy, who I've actually been a very strong fan of Byron Murphy, so I hope he does well this season. Just going through some of the cuts here. We're going to go ahead and move Joshua Miles to the practice squad. For the most part, I definitely don't want a 60 wide receiver. Sorry, guys. So we're going to go ahead and do the cut there. Definitely going to cut the center there. 60 overall, it's not good. Move to the practice squad for this guy. Definitely save the cap space there. Again, same thing with the wide receivers. We'll go ahead and move practice squad for our wide receivers. I definitely... wide receivers is one thing I'm always trying to keep on top of. Definitely want to cut. I kind of want to move into practice squad, so we'll go ahead and do it. I already have Eno Benjamin as our third halfback, so there's really no reason. They want us to cut Malcolm Butler. Don't want to do that. Definitely want to take advantage of having him on the roster. But there's a couple guys that we don't need here. No full safety. Going to move our left end. Pretty much all the young guys that are able to be joined into the practice squad, we're going to go ahead and pretty much get them out. I am questioning whether or not we want to do another center back. So one thing, once you run out of players on your recommended list, which it looks like we're slowly starting to get there, because I don't want to cut Jason Hicks, just start kind of scrolling through the positions. So see, there you see they have Keyshawn. More, definitely don't want to touch those, but we definitely don't need a third tight end, so we can cut there, and we're down to one player. We already have James Daniels, who we acquired in the trade from the first part. Don't want to cut there. Josh Jones. Little mention to Josh Jones there. Gonna go through the defensive tackles. Don't want to touch that either. But definitely looks like a middle linebacker. We can get away with not having the 63 overall there. And our objective for this game, we want to go ahead and throw for 350 yards. We're going to put the objective. So we want 7 wins. We definitely want 7 wins, and I think that's definitely something doable, especially with this roster. Titans are going to have a 1-point edge with Julio Jones and Derrick Henry. So it should be interesting, but we do got J.J. Watt now. And we pretty much the roster, I'm in love with this roster, especially since last year. We'll see how Connor does, because I will say in my personal heart, he has a big heart. He has a big thing to fill with King and Drake, which good luck to him, because I know he's playing for the Raiders now. Kind of like a little side note with the Titans, we were 0-1 against the Titans. So in our last year in NFL 21, we actually lost to the Titans. And we actually had them in our final regular season game. So interesting that they'll open the season against the Titans. And so right now they pick up the 3-0, so they already got the field goal there. We're just a really quick mention to the run pass option. For those of us that don't know, you know, they've been doing that run pass option in Madden. They actually added it recently, so they kind of give you the little breakdowns to how it works and everything. Unfortunately, we throw for an interception there, so now the Titans end up taking a 10-0 lead in the first quarter. And so we're going to give it here to Mr. Connor, who's going to get all the way down to the... Or excuse me, not Connor, Chase Edmonds. So they end up putting Chase Edmonds in the game for this one. And we get down to the 46-yard line. We're going to throw it here to Mr. Max Williams. Who's going to get down to the 17-yard line for a 30-yard reception. And we're going to go ahead and tap there. DeAndre's thrown down, and it's going to be an interception. Second one of the game. And he's going to run it all the way straight for a touchdown. And there you see Minnesota already starting off 3-zip against Joe Burrow. And looks like the Lions are going to be doing pretty good, I guess, against the 49ers. Yeah, no comment there. And so another interception there. The Titans are going to pick up number 3 in the first quarter. Second in the game for the guy there. And we're just going to keep going with this. It's 17-0. And we, looks like Kyler Murray got injured. Oh, no. So now it's all up to Robert Griffin III. Robert Griffin III going all the way down to the 45-yard line. A 24-yard rush is going to get us into the territory necessary. And that's going to be an interception. I already know. That's an interception. That was a bad pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins, who ends up being, yeah, no comment there. We're just gonna stay quiet. And so now at the 22 here, we end up getting thrown down. And it's gonna be almost a near interception there. There you see Tannehill's just having a blast, just laughing with the homies there, just like, oh yeah, you know guys, you know, the Cardinals didn't come to play, and I'm like, damn, they got us there. 24-0 here, guys, in what has been probably our worst first half ever. And we played Madden 20 and 21, so yeah, this has been a bad performance here. Going for the field goal, it is going to be no good. It ends up hitting the post. So we'll end up going, first time we go scoreless in the first half, guys. So I guess it was bound to happen, but it's just one of those games there. So it's 27-0. We're gonna get all the way down to the 49-yard line. Kyler Murray's back in the game, 62 yards, excuse me, but unfortunately we end up getting nothing there on that occasion. And so we get to the 48 here in the third. 85 yards rushed for Mr. Kyler Murray. We're taking our time here. We're taking our time, and we're going to go ahead and just dive because we don't see an open opportunity to get down to 100 yards for Mr. Kyler Murray. Throw it here. It's going to be a touchdown pass to DeAndre Hopkins finally. And so we finally get on the board. There you see the Seahawks leading against the Colts 21-17. So remember, we got to keep an eye on these division matchups, guys. Got to keep an eye on these because, especially the NFC West, in my personal opinion, leave a comment below if you disagree. The NFC West is probably the toughest division in football right now. There you see Kyler Murray avoiding the tackle, getting all the way down to the 35, 42 now. We're going to go ahead and lob it here, and it's going to be just short. Unfortunately, the one thing I realized, and I think we just got used to being spoiled with Kyler Murray being like a 95 overall. So in the game, I think he is ranked like an 81, 82 overall. And our wide receivers, they're not that great compared to how it was our third season in Madden 21. And there's no Larry Fitzgerald this time. So we just have DeAndre Hopkins, who has been covered, triple covered basically. Triple covered. And so we get down to the 32. We're going to go for the field goals here. This one should be good. Yeah, so we get to, so it's 10 to 43, excuse me. And there you see, just look at the amount of defense the Titans have been putting here. We're going to have to throw it here. We end up getting pushed to the 20-yard line. I kind of get paranoid and think that Kyler Murray got injured again and thinking it's a season-ending injury. And no, we get down to the 12. We're going to throw it here. There you see, just showing the shortness here. But we finally end up getting it to Max Williams for a medium pass. That's going to be good for another touchdown here, our second one of the game. First one for Mr. Max Williams, the tight end. And that's going to wrap things up here, guys. So unfortunately, we come up short. Definitely a better second half. But I hope you stay tuned for the next one, guys. I definitely hope we're gonna definitely want to see if we can recover from this. Gotta get a strong week 2 outing. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Take care, guys, and stay safe out there.